This is gnarly. So, all right, now that we've gone over every single death in this film, a human death, not shark deaths. So, I would love it if you two sort of ranked your favorite human kills, since we're pretty much done with those, like the deaths of humans in this movie. So, we have Susan McAllister, she's eaten. Scoggins, he was smushed and eaten. Janice was
Eaten.
eaten. Brenda was exploded.
Not all the helicopter
pilot
crew. Yeah.
exploded.
Exploded.
Yep. Russell
Technical term.
Franklin had eaten, but he was also like a shark shock.
Well,
And
no,
then-
he was thrown. He was thrown against a pane of glass, so he kind of drowned or was smushed.
That was Jim. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
And then for Jim Whitlock, I just wrote oof. Like that's his death.
Jim went through
To me.
everything. Yeah.
So we have a total of what, 7 people here to rank. How would, like, from worst to best, how would you rank these two?
I've got.
Just 7.
I think we've got to count the helicopter crew in with Janice. I
You
think
do.
it's like 6.
Oh wait, I just lumped them in as 1.
Yeah, so there's 6,
Yeah.
I think, unless I'm missing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, it's a
Wait, there's
tie.
7.
Well, sorry.
Susan, Scoggins, Janice, Brenda, Helicopter, Russell, Jim.
Susan, Scoggins, Brenda, Janice, Jim, Russell.
Helicopter pilots.
Yeah, but that's in with Brenda.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're lumping them in with Brenda.
Yeah, because they all die in the same explosion.
Got it. Yeah, they die really close.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Got it.
They die in the same second, I think. So,
Well, Samuel Jackson's death is definitely number 1.
well, see, it's close for me between him and Jim, because they're both such standout moments. Like Jim's death is so elaborate, so drawn out. It takes 4 chapters for him between his arm getting bitten off and him dying. It's so protracted. He goes through so much. But Sam Jackson's death is the moment everyone remembers. It's the surprise death. It's oh my god, you have to watch this film. This thing happens. I can't tell you what, it'll ruin it, but you have to watch this film. So those 2 are at the top, and I can't. Any given day, it's a coin flip as to which one's the top for me. I can't. Which one do you reckon's the top, Nick?
So you have to. I'm counting in like the bad CGI as well, or well, the good CGI for the time. I was 11 or so when I saw this first, and it looked amazing then. But obviously, on rewatching scrutiny now, the CGI leaves something to the imagination.
Does not hold up.
So, no, but like that's not their fault at the time. It was good for at the time. No, still Samuel Jackson's death. It's literally, you have to, it's just funny now. Like at the time it was shocking, but now it's just funny. I think like the humor of it like tips it over the Skarsgård death for me.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
you know what's, we got, I guess in the context of keeping this movie alive in the zeitgeist and culture, pop culture, is anytime a shark movie comes out or anytime a best surprise death moment happens, I mean, Russell Franklin's in there. 9 out of, like, if it's not in there, they're being cheeky. I say that a lot. But I think the Samuel L. Jackson death has kept the movie in pop culture. So
100%.
Whereas the Whitlock death, when you sit, like, so I sat down and I traced every step of it and how far the shark traveled. Like, the shark had to travel, think about it, do this, that, and the other. I mean, you have Jim looking at Janice when he's about to burst through, and they share a look to each other as he's about to die and potentially kill his girlfriend. It's insane. It's a weird, it's a mean, funny, bonkers death. But no, I think you're right. I mean, you got to keep. That's what's kept the movie popular. I think Russell Franklin's death. So
that was the chapter most people requested being on was
Yeah.
the Samuel Jackson death, followed by the Stellan Skarsgård death. Those were our 2 most requested chapters. So
Was I the only one who requested "Come to Mama"?
I asked Meg early on, what chapter do you want? He's like, Come to Mama. I was like, okay, yeah. No one else even came near this one. So.
But like, do you know why I chose this chapter? It was because it's the only thing I could remember of the movie from when I saw it. Because like, this was a movie I saw at like a slumber party when I was a preteen, and like back then it was like shocking and amazing and a bit titillating here and there. But like then it's just the stupidity of that line and the delivery, and it's like, what are you doing? Why are you jumping in the water? Why are you like, you're being really stupid in movie character. Like I was like, but the way she delivers the line, "Come to Mama," it just became a running joke with me and my sister for like months and years later, where we were just like getting someone to come to us, or just like, "Come to Mama." And it's just like, she doesn't even say it like that in the movie, but it just like became this thing for me. So that's why I wanted to do this one.
So you just explained it a little bit, but can you kind of give us a replay of a 11-year-old you watching this movie? And what you gave us a good breakdown, but like what you said it was kind of edgy. Like, did you love it? Did it scare you? What was your first reaction to Deep Blue Sea?
Well, I watched a lot of movies before I probably should have. I was the one of the youngest siblings in my family, so we rented a lot of videos on the weekend, and they were always geared more towards the 15s and the 18s because I had older siblings. But like, I would just sit in on them, and then they were like, "I should be fine." So I watched a lot of stuff before I should have. But with this one, I think like I can remember enjoying it. I remember it being scary. I remember that because like you can't discount the use of like choirs screeching at you in the background. Like that's gonna freak out anybody. But no, it was one of those kind of like popcorn things that we probably rented from the Bonbon on a Saturday night in the 90s. Like it was definitely, we had to rent the VCR along with the video when we were younger because we didn't have a VCR player. So I'm showing my age a little bit here. But like,
you're still the youngest on the show today.
I had to do that with Beauty and the Beast. I remember when I did that. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, like, you remember those videos because of the amount of effort you went to going to the shop, picking it out, getting the VCR, tuning it into your television, and finally putting it on and watching it. And then you'd watch it like 3 or 4 times before you returned it to the video shop after that. So you watch it a couple of times as well. So it sticks in your mind a lot more than watching something on Netflix now.
I think like, that amount of effort prevented us from ever renting anything. It wasn't until DVDs that we rented anything that I recall. So I didn't watch many films growing up.
Oh, I was banned from picking. At one time, it was my choice to pick the video to rent because my older siblings didn't go that time, and they're like, "Okay, Megan, you pick a video for us to watch this weekend." And I picked Priscilla, Queen of the Desert.
That's a great choice.
It is a great choice, but my siblings did not think this, so I wasn't allowed to pick after that.
No.
Aww.
No.
But that was such fun though, right? Walking through the video store. And sometimes what you wanted wasn't there. So then you had to pivot and look around to see what was there and look at the boxes. And I don't know. I don't know if I'm romanticizing it. Maybe it was a lot of work sometimes to grab those. So you got to drive over there, pick them up. They might be a little expensive. You get late fees, blah, blah, blah. But I love just the experience of finding a video to watch. And a lot of them were bad, like renting Carnosaur was a horrible idea. But I remember just the fun of exploring that. And actually, Deep Blue Sea was the first DVD I bought. It was like $27 when I was a junior in high school. It hurt. But
I can't remember the first DVD I bought, but I remember the last videos that I bought.
Ooh.
It was a box set of 3 videos. It was Phone Booth, Memento, and it might have been 7. I'm not sure. It was one of those action movie box sets. Yeah. But like they were the last videos that I ever bought, which is mad.
Wait, like VHS tapes?
Yeah.
Wow. I found a VHS tape that blew my mind. And I think, Meg, you might know what I mean. But I found a Two Towers VHS tape. Ooh. That was only on one VHS.
Wait, what?
Right?
What witchcraft is this?
Right. How?
No, yeah. Like, exactly. You know, remember Titanic, how big that was?
Yeah,
yeah,
that was a double. Yeah.
Yeah, and Sound of Music, like all the big ones were on 2 discs. So as a 38-year-old man, we did a thing on Movies, Films, and Flicks where my friend and I went and shopped for 5 VHS tapes. And then we had to like show them to each other on, we recorded a video and like released the episode. But yeah, I was so thrilled to find Two Towers on a 1 VHS. 1.
Oh my God.
Blew my mind. Yeah, I still don't believe you. You make up a lot of things for this show, Mark. I don't believe you.
You're going to have to send him a picture now.
Yeah, no, I will. And it's on MFF Facebook, so anybody listening to this, you can go find it on the video section. It's there. I show it. I'm amazed by it. And Adam, the guy I was against, he lost his mind too, because that's like a unicorn in the VHS world. So it's neat. I just had to share that.
Yeah.
Get away from Deep Blue Sea. But yeah, so we said what? Jim and Russell are the top 2. Where would you rank the rest of the kills?
I reckon I have to have I think Scoggins and Janice are the next 2. They're always very memorable for me. Like Scoggins, you have to factor in the leg twitch.
And the smush.
And the smush. It's one of the most blatantly gonna happen deaths of the entire film. Up to that point, everyone's just been sat there waiting for Michael Rappaport to be killed. Scoggins is that kind of a character. Like, you're not getting out of this film, mate. Just it's going to happen at some point. There's only 4 people left now. It's your time, and it happens, and it's glorious. And then Janice, that death in the elevator shaft, with just being lifted up by the shark. We've established the shark was not trying to kill her. The shark was trying to save her. It was trying to lift her up so Carter could grab her. But Carter just couldn't hold her because she had a slippery wetsuit, and the shark was like, well, if I don't eat her, they're going to know something's up, so here we go.
Goggins, I would definitely rate above Janice. He's just like, he's trying to be Bill Paxton in Aliens, like the whole game over, man, game over, man, game over. But it's just like, it doesn't hit right. It's just like, no, your man Rappaport, he'll never not be that kind of like Boston Irish TV actor. Like, he's never been a proper film actor to me. Like, it's just, no, you're not quite up to par. But
sorry, that's really funny what you said, Jay. He's the one death you know it's going to happen.
Yeah, from moment one of he's Carter's sidekick.
Thumb up.
Yeah,
he's just that thumb up.
Yeah, thumb up, man down.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then what? So you're putting them ahead of McAllister?
Yeah, I think Susan's pretty low down.
Yeah.
She's next to me. She's 5th. The problem is, like, Brenda's death isn't very shark related. It's a helicopter explosion that wipes out her and 3 other people. You get that wonderful backlit explosion shot of her flying away towards the camera, which is wonderful. But as deaths go, you see that death in a lot of films. As the helicopter explodes against something, people die.
And it's a shark movie. You want to see people killed by sharks. It's a non-shark related death, so it would be the lowest.
I mean, the shark is dragging the helicopter, but aside from that, the shark's not on screen.
He's engineering the death. I do see that. Yes.
If the shark steered the helicopter like 50 yards into something, like change the trajectory, then I guess it could be a shark kill. But this is just more of a helicopter kill.
Yeah. If the shark was piloting the helicopter, then we'd be onto something there. But then the shark
and
would
we
die
got
too.
a raptor on a jet ski.
Yeah, exactly.
Watching this clip again, though, with McAllister, it strikes me how dispassionately and 8 bites just rip her to shreds. And the shark, I can't get in the shark's psyche, but the shark seems to seemingly forget about her as soon as.
I mean, it stops to have a little moment with her. It swims up to her and then hangs out for a couple of beats before it attacks, which I find fun.
With one good eye. Yeah, and I guess it does look at her. Oh, you. And then it just munches her.
He's like, you're the one who gave me life.
You keep
but
stabbing
you
me
also
in the
poke me
brain.
in the brain. Yeah, I don't like you poke me in the brain. Go away.
Oh, it just munches her. And I don't know. Did y'all notice the one continuity error in this scene?
Is it the fence?
Yeah. Well, so there's a scene where the shark is. So Carter. By the way, in my notes, Carter jumps, walks, and runs, and never slips.
Oh, yes, this is some more confident, non-slip running. Well, it's a little gingerly at the start when he's going a little more carefully than he was. He's not jumping over railings and things like he was last week. But yeah, he's not slipping. He's on his game. He's learned how to maneuver on 2 feet.
What's more stressful, watching him run and thinking he's going to fall, or Susan being chased by the shark?
Him running.
Yeah, Susan isn't stressful because you know she's going to die. She's too far away.
You're just like, why did you do that? This is just, no.
This isn't stress. This is inevitable.
I do like Thomas Jane trying to have his Brody from Jaws moment with the harpoon gun. I just kept on picturing that, they're trying to recreate the gas canister moment from the end of Jaws. And Roy Scheider, I was watching All That Jazz recently, and Roy Scheider wouldn't get it in Jaws, but he would kind of get it in All That Jazz. I'm just saying.
Have you watched Sorcerer?
No, is he in that?
Yeah. So it's a Friedkin. It released the same weekend as Star Wars in '77.
The remake of The Wages of Fear.
Yeah, and it is the whole crew got malaria while filming it. They built bridges and the rivers below
I have heard of this. Yeah.
The bridges below it dry. So they built $1 million bridge, and the water below it dried up. And then they went to Mexico to do another one, and the river almost dried up again. And it's just an on-location, sweaty, beautifully Tangerine Dream score, a vinyl soundtrack for, I think, a Christmas. Tangerine Dream, gross there's a scene where Roy Scheider falls in a puddle and you're like, I'm sick. That's so like how wet and gross everything is. But you brought up Roy Scheider, so I had to